Welcome back to NCC Sports. I'm Ryan Cuddy, joined alongside Andrew Watson and Thomas Baya. And fellas, it's the best time of the year. March Madness just had the best weekend of the year, in my opinion, as well, in the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament. So let's dive into action. Andrew, I'll start out with you. Obviously, a lot of players, a lot of teams looking to kind of seize their moment here in March. I want to start out in the Midwest region and ask, who do you think is the favorite to come out of there?
Well, you know, I think that Midwest region is going to be very hotly contested. Houston's really good, and Tennessee's also really good. So I expect those two to meet up. Obviously, they have to win one game to get there, but they're two of the best defensive teams in the country. L.J. Cryer is one of the best defensive players in the country. He can also get it done, score on all three levels. He's a great player. And then on the other side for Tennessee, Zakai Ziegler. You cannot forget about him, another great defensive guard. So I'm honestly just excited to see that matchup. And if I really had to pick one, I would just have to flip a coin because I'm not exactly sure who's going to come out of there. But both of those squads I could very much see not only making the Final Four, but winning a national championship.
Yeah, certainly an exciting matchup that would be if we get there. And then, Thomas, will stick in that Midwest region. I want to know kind of who do you think is a player to watch in that region?
Well, I'm going to go with Otega Oweh. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. He had 15 points last game. He's a new kid coming in. A lot of these kids on the Kentucky team are new, but he's been absolutely fantastic, and he's just a really strong and smart player, and he seems to be really fitting in to the style of play that Kentucky's playing.
Yeah, Kentucky looking to take out Tennessee for the third time this season. Going to be a tough task, but the Wildcats, I'm sure, are going to be up to that task. Now, let's switch over from the Midwest region now over to the South region. Thomas, I'll stick with you, but now, who do you think, instead of favorite player, what is your favorite team to watch coming out of that region?
I love Auburn. I do. I have them. They're my pick to win the entire thing. Bruce Pearl, he's experienced. They've been there before. They have an experienced team. They have so much talent, and they're very deep as well, which I really like. So I'm going to go with Auburn out of the South.
And sticking in the South, Andrew, are you going to stay with someone from Auburn for a player to watch, or are you going to switch it up and take out the Tigers?
You know, there's a lot of really good players on that Auburn team. I mean, they have Todd Pettiford, who comes off the bench, but he's one of the best players in the country, in my opinion. But I'm actually going to go to Ole Miss. Sean Padula, the Virginia Tech transfer. I'm not the biggest fan of Virginia Tech, but I do love Sean Padula. In the first two games of the tournament, he's had 20 points in each of them. And in the first round, when UNC was scraping their way back into the game, they cut that 22-point lead to just 2 for Ole Miss. Sean Padula, dagger 3, puts it away, and Ole Miss advances. And then he had 20 points against Iowa State. So Sean Padula, favorite player to watch. I think he's going to do a lot of good things for that Ole Miss squad.
Remember, folks, this is a Virginia Cavalier fan giving compliments to Sean Padula, former Hokie. And let's switch it up now. It's been pretty chalky through the first weekend. Not a whole lot of upsets. You can say McNeese over Clemson, but even then, a lot of people were kind of picking that as their 12-5 upset. Coming through to the rest of the tournament, Sweet 16 onwards, who do you guys have that's going to be a potential upset?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Potential upset for me is not something I'm really looking at, to be completely honest. I've got all 4 of the 1 seeds in the Final Four, but maybe, you know, you get a little lucky break here. I do think Sean Padula, the boy over there at Ole Miss, can lead them past Michigan State. I think that's a good upset to watch, and you never know. Tom Izzo, he always gets to the Final Four, but he can't always get it done. Maybe he just won't get there at all this time, and if Ole Miss does pull that upset, it's all Sean Padula.
And Thomas, same question to you. You got any upsets, or are you thinking that it's going to stay pretty chalky throughout the rest of the tournament?
Well, if there was a year for all the 1 seeds, it seems like it would be this year. But I do like Alabama a lot. I really do. There's a Buffalo connection. I'm from Buffalo. Nate Oates coming from UB, now down to Alabama. So I do like them a lot. But isn't it so interesting that maybe with the transfer portal a couple years ago, we saw a lot of these, 15, 14, 12 seeds, the St. Peters of the world, making runs. And now it's kind of reverted back to the mean a little bit. Now a lot of the higher seeds are coming back up and making a nice run. So it's really interesting, the ebbs and flow. The transfer portal, NIL, still new, and maybe we're seeing a little bit of an impact on this tournament.
Now let's quickly go to the Final Four. Obviously, Andrew, you got the all 1 seeds in there, and Thomas, who do you have in the Final Four?
Yeah, I have Auburn, Florida, Kentucky, and Alabama, and then I have Auburn winning the whole thing.
Andrew, to you, who do you have winning out of your 4 to 1 seeds?
You know, I have it 2 ways. I have Florida winning 1. I have Duke winning the other. I think that's also another coin flip. But, you know, the last time there were all 1 seeds in the Final Four was in San Antonio. So I guess they are due for this one.
Well, folks, that is going to wrap us up for our March Madness first weekend talk. Stick with us, though. We'll have one final look at the weather right after this.